This chapter will open quietly, with the tone shifting from aftermath to uneasy rebirth. The survivors have returned to daylight, but the scars of the loop run deep. The light still lingers, yet so do the shadows. Chapter 15, The City That Remembers. The first weeks after the light were strange ones. Chicago looked whole again, but not everything stayed fixed. Whole streets appeared half a block from where maps said they should be, and people swore their apartments faced the wrong direction when they woke up. Construction crews worked day and night to restore power, but every so often a crew would disappear, their radios humming with that old, low static before cutting out completely. Nina joined the volunteer teams cataloging the ruins. The old church had become their meeting place, its broken roof patched with tarps, the once blinding glow now a steady warmth that never faded. Amira used her rebuilt transmitter to scan the frequencies. Most of what she found was clean, but sometimes she'd catch faint bursts of distorted sound, syllables that bent backward, words that dissolved as soon as they were written down. It was on one of those mornings that they found the first new door. It stood alone in the middle of Union Station, perfectly upright with no wall to hold it, its surface carved with marks that looked like water had etched them over decades. Delgado ran her flashlight over it. "You seeing this?" she asked. "It's the same pattern we found in the tunnels. Only reversed." Nina touched the wood. It was warm, too warm. Beneath the carvings, she could feel the pulse again. Faint, but there. When Amira aimed the transmitter at it, the static flared, and through the crackle came a whisper, not angry this time, but tired. "You closed the loop," it said. "But what you built still breathes." The door vanished a second later, leaving a wet outline on the tiles where it had stood. The sound faded, but none of them spoke for a long time. That night, they held a meeting in the church. Dozens of survivors gathered, some still shaking, others just staring at the light that flickered along the rafters. Everyone had seen something, doors that weren't there, reflections that smiled when they didn't, buildings with hallways too long to fit inside their walls. "We can't keep pretending it's over," Delgado said. "If those doors keep appearing, someone has to make sure no one walks through." "Or," Nina answered quietly, "maybe someone has to see what's on the other side before it spreads." A murmur rippled through the crowd. Amira turned to the window, watching the skyline flicker in the distance. For just a moment, one of the towers seemed to shimmer, its reflection breaking like water. When the light steadied, words had appeared across the glass, faint, white, and perfect. "The city remembers." By morning, the message was gone. But the people of Chicago were already beginning to hear it in their dreams, that voice, half light, half shadow, whispering through the thin veil between what was real and what was waiting to return.